Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome. There's been a lot of talk about Bitcoin lately, but tonight we're going to talk about altcoins. So we got Bitcoin on the chart here, drop down to the corner, and then we're not going to look at Bitcoin again tonight. We're going to look at altcoins and give you some of the news on what's going on some of the bigger altcoins that were making moves today. So some strong movement by some of the OG older coins moving, and then we'll talk about some of the newer ones as well. And as always, if you have any questions, you can leave them in the chat. If you're watching this on the video replay, leave a comment below and ask questions as well there, and I'll be glad to answer what's on your mind. So what has been going on in altcoins? Doge 737. This is where we were last night, and it's where we were the night before in this same range here. We were trading down a little lower in the 720s earlier, but came back up. But low volume, and you can see this kind of barcoding on the trading. These are mainly just bots trading back and forth. Not a lot of action happening on Doge. However, Ethereum has been pumping up. So good news on Ethereum, and I'll be showing you that in a little bit. And then Cardano has been trading up. So good positive movement for Cardano. And of course, XRP. XRP just continues to rise from 35 cents now up to 52 cents in this great rise. So what's going on with XRP? Well, the Ripple case insider remains hopeful that XRP will rocket to a monster rally following what he thinks is going to be a positive court ruling. We've been talking about this over the past couple of weeks, and this is the Ripple defense lawyer, John Deaton. Of course, he's on the XRP side, but he's saying that that the where does he say when the judgment is going to, an imminent ruling comes after the Ripple filed a letter notice supplemental authority, further bolster their fair notice defense, and that in Deaton's opinion, XRP possesses the most attractive risk to reward ratio, and its price could skyrocket if the judge rules in Ripple's failure. However, if the SEC wins the lawsuit, then Ripple will probably appeal the decision, right? And just keep it going. So we'll see what happens. But right now, the Ripple has been XRP has been trading very well because there are a lot of people who think that XRP, Ripple are going to win the lawsuit. The judge is going to rule in their favor that Ripple was not selling XRP as an unregistered security. So we'll see when that ruling actually happens. Some think it might be later this week. Some think in the coming weeks. We've been talking about that for a long time, but you can't deny the trading. Even if we go back to the 2-hour chart, and we see that Ripple was down here at 35 cents here not too long ago, and that gain there, and that was about, let me see what the date was on that, the 12th of March, 35 cents. So since that, Ripple has seen a 47% increase in price there just in 2 weeks. So that's pretty incredible trading. Coming up over 50 cents. Looks like there was a little bit of profit taking there as it came back down, but now it's trading back up again. So a lot of support there for Ripple. What else is going on? Well, we've got the CFTC chief talking about Ethereum and reinforcing that according to the Commodity Commission, Ethereum is a commodity, not a security. Even though the SEC now thinks, well, Ethereum is proof of work and is probably now a security. So the CFTC and the SEC are going to battle it out probably. They each think that they oversee Ethereum. Kind of interesting there. So with the ink still drying on the Binance action, U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission Chairman Rostin Benham reiterated Tuesday at a congressional hearing that he believes Ether is a commodity. They're listed on CFTC exchanges where the CFTC has a regulatory relationship, obviously with derivatives market and that product underlying market as well. Ethereum, not a security. Litecoin, not a security. Bitcoin, not a security. And I think Dogecoin should be in that same group because Dogecoin is not proof of work. Dogecoin had a fair launch. There were no airdrops. It's proof of work. Operation works very similar to both Litecoin and Bitcoin. So it should not be a security as well. We'll see how that goes. But with this talk about the Binance action, we talked about this the other night. How bad is the Binance suit? Well, it's pretty bad. Everything I'm reading, everything that I'm seeing about it is the CFTC would not have done this if they didn't have a solid case. And this could be bad news for the exchange in some aspects. It depends on what the CFTC wants. Do they just want Binance to pay a big fine and kind of clean up some of its act, or are they looking for more? We don't know the details of that and how that is all going to play out, but this idea that Binance was allowing wealthy United States residents to use VPNs and get around the Binance firewalls so they could trade on the main Binance exchange, which is not allowed in the United States. United States residents like me have to trade on this Binance.us exchange, which I do. And I think it works great. It's a good exchange. However, some of the lesser known coins have low liquidity and it's tough to fill orders, things like that, where on the main Binance, which has 70 to 80% of the volume of all exchanges, has good liquidity, and wealthy traders just prefer to trade there where the liquidity is. So I think the CFTC's case is pretty good so far. We don't have a lot of the details, but what we do have looks good. But what does this mean for Binance? Well, at the end of this article, they say, make no mistake, Binance's apparent conflicts of interest and willingness to flaunt regulations is bad. CZ and other Binance executives' internal communications regarding fraud and illicit activity on the exchange disclosed in the court documents are laughably inept. But the lawsuit, as bad as it is for Binance, won't kill blockchain. Crypto will continue, despite what's going on with Binance. So, Binance is worldwide, and this portion of users in the United States that were trading on Binance was such a small percentage of the overall volume that's traded on Binance that it's really not going to affect it. But we have to see how this plays out. So getting back to Ethereum, like we were talking about earlier, another exciting thing is the core devs confirmed that April 12th is going to be the date for what they are now calling the Shapella upgrade. Shapella upgrade, you might be wondering, what happened to the Shanghai upgrade? I thought it was called Shanghai, right? Well, actually, Ethereum had 2 upgrades coming that they were working on, and now they've lumped them together into one. So what they have is the Shapella. It's a combination of the Shanghai upgrade and the Capella upgrade. So they're calling it Shapella. These are two network upgrades that will happen simultaneously. The Shanghai upgrade is for the consensus layer, and Capella is for the execution layer. And with that upgrade, they are also going to unlock those locked tokens that were there for staking through the merge to help solidify the Ethereum network from having any bad security runs on it. So they're going to unlock. Well, if they unlock, are people going to be selling their ETH tokens? I don't think so at these prices. Where's Ethereum in now? It's like the 1700s, right? 1780. Most people who have Ethereum locked up in ETH 2.0, like me, are negative right now. I think the ETH I bought was like 2,300, something like that. So I'm down on that ETH because I bought it last June at a time, or May even, before the big Luna crash. And so ETH was not, well, I'm down. I'm not going to sell for a loss. We know Ethereum is going to go higher eventually, waiting for the next bull run. So I think that's what a lot of people are going to be doing. So these fears that all these ETH tokens are going to be sold and the price is going to dump, I don't think that's going to happen. But we'll watch on April 12th and we'll see what's going on there. So that is Ethereum. Now let's switch to Arbitrum. The real reason why Arbitrum is outpacing other Ethereum level 2s. So this is comparing Arbitrum with Optimism a lot. I own both. Arbitrum is one of my more recent purchases. So for Arbitrum right now, let's look at the chart here. So here's Arbitrum, now trading at $1.24. I caught it on two occasions, on two dips here. I bought in the dip right here at about 118.5. And then I bought it again here at about 113.2. So my average is about 116 after those two purchases. Arbitrum is now trading back up at $1.24. So that's good. We'll see. This is a flyer. We don't know what's going to happen with Arbitrum, going forward. There's talk of a lot of tokens that are still going to be airdropped. A lot of devs own quite a big holding, and as soon as those unlock, there could be tokens being dumped on the market. We don't know, but there's a lot of excitement about this L2 project because it's been around for a while. The token is new, but the layer 2 project has been around, and it's fast and it works well. So we'll see how this goes forward, but I thought it was worth getting out of the Ribbon Finance I was in, even though Ribbon Finance today, which I still have in my things, pumped today. And now its price is, just a little bit higher from where I sold it here last week. But I wanted to get into ARB and get out of Ribbon because Ribbon had just been going down, and I don't know about this project. So I got out of it, got into Arbitrum, and we'll see. We'll see how ARB goes in the future, whether it's a flyer or not. But this article here on You Today talks a lot about, for everyone following events in crypto ecosystem, Ethereum base level 2s like Optimism and Arbitrum have been making waves. New data from Messari has shown that Arbitrum is outpacing Optimism in key metrics. So it looks like they've got a better project, but Optimism still very strong and well used. So I own Optimism as well. We'll see how that plays out. I think there's a place for both of them. It looks like Polygon may have sort of seen its heyday last year, and these newer projects can outpace it. Right now, they don't have as much working on it as Polygon does, but we could see that start to evolve and change over 2023. So we'll be watching that. Meanwhile, we've got the Bitcoin layer 2 stacks. This is on Bitcoin. And I thought that Stacks was also worth buying into, even though it's already up 23% for the month and 350% over the past year. I think that going forward, we could see more gains in Stacks. So I bought into some Stacks as well, and we'll see how that plays out. Again, this is an L2 on top of Bitcoin, not Ethereum like Optimism and Arbitrum. So it'll be interesting on who wants to build on Bitcoin as we go forward. So we will see that. And then just a couple other bits of news. SafeMoon was in the news today. Their liquidity pool is compromised. It looks like they were doing an update to their contract. And, I do not believe anything John Caroni says. If the liquidity pool is compromised and, they're blaming it on some contract upgrade, I think it's more funny games that Caroni's playing as the slow rug pull just continues on SafeMoon, just pulling money out of it bit by bit by bit as the price of SafeMoon just continues to tank. So if any of you are still in SafeMoon, I'm sorry for you, but there's no future there, in my opinion. And also, another thing to watch out for, MetaMask warns of a fake token launch. Looks like somebody is going to be doing this mask token by the end of the month, and MetaMask has no plans on launching a token this year. So if you see this mask token launch, be very careful. It is not supported by MetaMask or Consensus. So it would most likely just be a pump and dump from someone. So be careful about that. And then finally, Dogecoin. Hey, is Dogecoin a good investment today? Interesting. Investors Observer, I've looked at this many times. They have this little ranking system on the risk of Doge. And right now, the risk is all the way over here in the green. That means that right now, Dogecoin's current risk score means it is a relatively low risk investment. So at this price, what their metrics are showing that Doge is now a low risk buy at these prices for this coin. You don't normally see Doge at this low level of risk. So looking at what the upside is of Doge and where it can go. And then there was this on Twitter. Crypto had posted that just in, Burger King in Paris now accepts Bitcoin payments. Well, I looked into it. They accept a lot of different cryptocurrencies, including Dogecoin, through some third-party application, of which it's kind of like a BitPay. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but Burger King responded and said, "We need Doge," which of course got the attention of the Dogecoin community, who then just started flooding memes, Doge memes, onto this Twitter thread, as well as sending out tips. It being Tuesday, and today Tipping Tuesday on Twitter, we've got MyDoge tip, 6.9 Dogecoin. We've got another 4.2 Dogecoin, and then all these other memes and graphics about Doge and Burger King. The whole Doge community was here. Just here's Doge and Burger King, and just having a lot of fun with it. So if Burger King doesn't see this and how excited the Dogecoin community is in supporting Burger King, Doge wants some flame grilled burgers, and we need you to Doge. Dogecoin loves your burgers. we in the Dogecoin community, we love to use our Doge at Burger King. I'll gladly pay Burger King in Doge. So it's all over this Twitter thread. So we'll see. But these are the kinds of things that can happen that you never know. You never know. So that's kind of what's going on altcoins that I see happening. Doge now trading up to 744. So that's good. We're making a little green action in the markets tonight, which is great. Looks like Algorand is moving up to 20.44. I need to get this back up to 21 cents. Would be a good target here for Algo to push up to. Bone token has been just lagging down, now down to $1.03. I think that whole push about Shibarium and getting people excited about buying the Bone token when the beta launch of Shibarium isn't even using the Bone token. That's not going to be till the summer or the fall or whenever it is. And a lot of people just started selling and saying, I'm not going to wait that long. And so the Bone token has just been dropping here. I mean, look at this. It was up here at $1.88 earlier in March. That percentage decrease is 44%, down 44% from March 8th to now for Bone. Just people just getting out of it. So kind of has a little scam written over it there on how they were, the devs were really pumping the Bone token. A lot of people were buying in, and now the ones that still hold it are holding some heavy bags up here. And we're not going to see Bone take off again for quite a while, I think. So again, be careful with stuff that's in the SHIB ecosystem. SHIB itself, yeah, a little pump. Looks like it's falling right back. Zoom in a little more on a 15-minute. Oh yeah, SHIB did pump up and then just came right back down. So looks like there's some quick day trading maybe going on with SHIB here to see that kind of movement. So that's what you were saying, Bill, right? The SHIB starting to pump, yeah, up and down. But that's just doing it on its own. SHIB has been relatively flat for a little while, but yeah, we'll be watching that. We'll see. We'll see how that goes going forward. What about Matic? Well, Musty, just what I've been reading is Arbitrum and Optimism just have faster platforms than Matic, and that it looks like with the next upgrades, they're really going to both be very strong and could possibly overtake Matic in terms of its use and projects built on them. So I don't know what the future. Maybe there's a place for all of them. You know, there'll be enough different things going on. But right now, what I'm reading is even with this latest Matic Polygon upgrade to ZVM, that could be a short-lived thing, and Arbitrum becomes the next shiny thing and could take off, which is why I bought some Arbitrum, because it could become a top 20, even a top 10 crypto. We don't know, but I wanted to be on the bandwagon there just in case. So we'll see. The only Matic that I own is in my Robinhood wallet. I showed you guys the other week, the Robinhood wallet that you could, if you downloaded the Robinhood wallet, which is a separate app from the Robinhood platform, not the built-in so-called wallets that Robinhood has on their main platform, but they have this separate app, Robinhood Wallet. And for a time there, if you downloaded it and you put some crypto on it, they would give you $10 free of USDC. So I did that. I bought $500 of Matic, moved it into the Robinhood wallet, got my $10 of USDC. And then when Matic when Matic was down here at about $1.04, because I bought it up at $1.10 on Robinhood, and at about $1.04, I then, right on the Robinhood wallet app, I was able to swap the USDC for Matic. So I got an extra, I don't know, for $10. It was like 9.5 Matic or something on top of the however many I had before. But anyway, that was a thing that I did. So got a little bit of Matic. Yeah, so CDM, your ETH average is 1,800. Frustrated to see it's so close. 1782, so close. Yeah, you're almost there. You're almost there to your average. So again, this is a bear market still. So we'll take the little gains as we get them. The little green in the market we'll take. But be prepared, because there's going to be some other events that are going to cause big dips. And that's just how the crypto market has gone. We are not in a bull market. Things are probably just not going to take off and go skyrocketing. So it's going to be slow. And day-to-day gains that we've seen are great, but be prepared for big dips as well. So that's how we are with the altcoin roundup today. Hope you guys are doing well. Have a good evening. We will see how these things trade during the week. I'll be here 9 o'clock every night talking about crypto. So join me at 9 p.m. Eastern time, United States time, where I am here in Boston. So wherever you are around the world, do make an effort to join live so we can chat in the chat, answer your questions, have a discussion, whatever you guys want to talk about. So until then, I'm going to put my 24/7 live chart back on right after the stream. So enjoy that and hope you have a good evening. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.